engineering management at the organizational level. Hi, I want to explore a crucial question. How does engineering management shape an entire organization? It's easy to focus on individual teams and projects, but the reality is that engineering management influences the entire system, from culture to structure to how people experience their careers. A strong engineering culture doesn't happen by accident. It's the result of intentional leadership at every level. One of the biggest mistakes companies make is leaving engineering management undefined. Some organizations assume that being a great engineer naturally translates to being a great manager, without any real guidance on what management should look like. Others overload managers with responsibilities that are too broad, too vague, or simply impossible to execute well. The result? Inconsistent leadership, frustrated engineers, and teams that struggle to grow. To build a sustainable engineering culture, organizations need to be clear about what they expect from managers. What does success look like in an engineering leadership role? Is it about delivering projects on time, retaining top talent, driving technical excellence? The best organizations define these expectations explicitly, so managers aren't left guessing and engineers know what kind of leadership they can count on. Another major factor is career growth. Engineers don't just want promotions, they want a clear, structured path to advancement. Some want to move into leadership, while others prefer to deepen their technical expertise. Without a well-defined career framework, companies risk losing talented engineers simply because they can't see a future for themselves within the organization. Great engineering management ensures that growth paths are transparent, flexible, and aligned with both individual and company goals. Organizations also need to prioritize inclusivity and fairness in hiring, promotions, and decision-making. Engineering managers play a key role in shaping who gets opportunities, who gets recognized, and who gets left behind. Bias, whether conscious or not, affects who is hired, who gets the most interesting projects, and who gets leadership support. The best engineering organizations actively work to remove these biases and create a level playing field for all engineers. And then there's managing up. Engineering managers often sit between executives and their teams, acting as a bridge between business goals and engineering priorities. But how well do organizations support them in this role? Are they given the context and strategic insights they need to advocate for their teams? Too often, managers are expected to execute decisions without enough influence or visibility at the leadership level. Organizations that invest in empowering their engineering managers create a much stronger, healthier culture overall. At the end of the day, engineering management isn't just about running teams, it's about shaping the way an entire organization operates. The best companies don't just hire great engineers, they build environments where those engineers can thrive. So the real question is, are we designing organizations that support great engineering? Or are we making it harder for engineers to do their best work? It's easy to assume that good engineers just figure things out on their own, and that management is mostly about setting deadlines and priorities. But I've seen over and over again that when engineers don't feel supported, they disengage, underperform, or leave. So what does real support actually look like? The first thing managers need to understand is that every engineer is different. Some thrive on tackling complex technical challenges, while others get excited about mentoring teammates or improving processes. Some need structure, while others perform best with autonomy. There is no one-size-fits-all approach to supporting engineers. The key is to pay attention, ask questions, and listen. One of the simplest but most effective ways to support engineers is through meaningful one-on-one conversations. These shouldn't just be status updates or generic check-ins. They should be about understanding what matters to each individual. What are their goals? What frustrates them? What kind of work excites them? Too many managers assume they know the answers instead of actually asking. Another way to support engineers is to recognize their work and its impact. It's easy to focus on what still needs to be done and forget to acknowledge the progress already made. But feeling valued and appreciated is a huge motivator. Engineers don't just want to push out code, they want to know that their work is contributing to something meaningful. Even a quick, "Hey, I saw the work you did on that feature," It made a big difference. Growth is another major factor. Engineers want to keep learning, but that doesn't always mean climbing a corporate ladder. Some want to deepen their technical expertise, while others are interested in leadership, product strategy, or mentoring. Managers need to help engineers find opportunities that align with their interests, whether that's encouraging them to take on a new project, sponsoring them for a leadership role, or giving them time to experiment with new technologies. It's also important to protect engineers from burnout. When engineers feel overwhelmed, their productivity drops, their motivation fades, and they start looking elsewhere. The best managers are filters, not funnels. They don't just pass every request down to their team, they shield engineers from unnecessary distractions and help them prioritize. Encouraging realistic workloads, setting clear expectations, and making space for deep work are all part of good engineering management. Ultimately, supporting engineers means treating them as people, not just resources. It's about creating an environment where they feel heard, challenged, and valued. When engineers feel supported, they do their best work, and when they don't, they leave. So the real question is, how can we as managers build teams where engineers want to stay, grow, and thrive?